Hello, everyone. This is Melissa Donahue, Director of Concern, your Employee Assistance Program. So glad that you were able to join us today as we are here to talk about ways to thrive through the holidays. Now, we're in the middle of December. That means that if you're all here, we survived Thanksgiving. So cheers to you. Give yourself a good pat on the back for that. But we still have Christmas coming up, and we want to make sure that we're giving you tips and tricks and things that you can do to really just thrive in what can be a really happy time. So, without further ado, this is one of my favorite quotes about, the fact is, guys, sorry to break it to you, but our family's unavoidable. You can't escape them. We can't trade them for another one. We can't change them. Really and truly, the only thing at the end of the day that we can do is change the way that we respond to them. So, a couple of my favorite holiday classics, whether you've got a Buddy the Elf or Cousin Eddie or, the brother from Four Christmases, family is special. It doesn't even have to be to this extent, but family, it can be a great thing, but it also can be stress. So, we're here to talk about ways that you can do things to take care of yourself because you can't change other people. Really, we can only control ourselves. And so the reality of what we see as clinicians at Concern, not just at the holidays, but all the time, is that, really in December, it gets darker earlier. And, depression and stress, it happens a little bit more than and on a normal basis. And so, we want to make sure that, as you are navigating the rest of December and just time in general, that you are mindful of how you're feeling, what you can do to take care of yourself. Not everybody's holidays look like the pictures there, the perfect picture of, everybody's smiling, the gifts are just perfectly wrapped, everyone's matching. You can have those memories and maybe look back at pictures and laugh and say, that's not really the way that the holiday looked. Maybe it looks like that on when we took a picture, but the picture in the background was something different. But in reality, when we think about holidays, you think about the people that were there, in holidays past and, different memories, maybe special gifts that you received that you hopefully still use. There's all different things that you can think about, but it also does make us think about who's not at the table this year. The fact of feeling sad, maybe you were in a relationship and you're no longer with that person because of, maybe a breakup or a divorce or, death. We've seen a lot of that this year with COVID. But whatever it is that you may be feeling, those feelings of loneliness, sadness, stress, and anxiety, and, we're here to tell you that it's normal. It's normal to have those things anyways. Even being in a crowd of people and feeling lonely, it happens. You are not alone with having those feelings, but, we do want to talk through what exactly it means for you to take care of those things before it gets to the point that you're having physical reactions to these things. Because if you let that stress, anxiety, all those things build up, that's when you do start to see back pain, stomach aches, and that tension in the back of your neck. All those things, it can relay and become, headaches and those things. That's what our body does. If we let the stress and anxiety build up, that it does manifest in physical ways. And so, what exactly can we do? We've got a couple of things here just in the next 10 minutes to just run through for you to think about so that, you don't find yourself in that just bah humbug state of feeling down and out. It's okay to feel that way, but we don't want you to stay there. That any of those feelings of stress and anxiety are normal, but being stuck in them for a prolonged period of time, that's where we say, okay, well, that's where we've got to make some changes. And remembering that the first thing is being able to be open to change. I think we all have had to make ourselves find new ways to deal with the holidays because of COVID, last Christmas, this Christmas, and all the holidays in between. But being open to saying, okay, we're going to have to do something different. It doesn't have to be the same thing every year. I know in our family, it's like, okay, is somebody going to make the dressing? Is somebody, and everybody has the task that they do. Well, sometimes it's okay if we just say, all right, everybody pitch in and let's get our meal catered this year. Okay. Everybody may miss grandma's dressing, but if it comes to the point of it being less stressful for people, and people are actually able to enjoy the time they have together, maybe making those changes to do things that take away some of the responsibilities and stress, and actually getting to enjoy the time that you have together. So, find what it means to do things different. It doesn't have to be the same cookie cutter way of doing things. And I'm sure your holidays, like mine, look very different than they have in years past, but that's okay. Keeping us on our toes to changing things up. Of course, making sure that we're staying safe and doing those things, making those changes to keep everybody safe. But be open to that. Number two, first step to quitting anything is admitting it. And so, if we're trying to talk about, all right, I want to get out of this slump of feeling down and blue and sad when it comes to right now, is admitting, okay, how am I really feeling right now? If you're taking a good look in the mirror and saying, I'm sad. Why is it that I'm feeling sad right now? It's okay. Chances are there's other people that are going through that. I can tell you as a clinician and seeing people day in and day out that it's normal to feel all kinds of emotions, but you can't change or do anything about it until you say, all right, I have to pinpoint this. I know something that's really special for a lot of families is that, I'm feeling sad because Aunt so-and-so is not here. And, if that's a family member and you're at a gathering, being able to speak that into existence to the other family members is something that it can turn into an experience of, why doesn't everybody share a memory of Uncle so-and-so that we remember about him, that if he was here, he would be doing X, Y, Z. It's okay to be sad, but, if you're bringing those things up and, saying, I really miss Grandma. I wish she was here. And I hate that she's not with us anymore, but y'all know if she was here, she would be doing this. But crying, being open and with your family and with yourself is, a great way for you to work through those things, because just keeping it bottled up inside, it doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any good whatsoever to just keep those things bottled up. And the third thing there, I want to encourage you to find ways that you can reach out. I think the holidays give us a great opportunity to remember, giving back is important, because we see the person ringing the bell at Kroger, for the Salvation Army, and you see the shoe boxes at church, maybe, that people are shipping off to kiddos across the world. You see these different opportunities. So find what that means for you to be able to give of yourself. It's a great opportunity for you to remember that those things are needed, and there's a lot of folks in need all the time. But find what that means. Volunteering is a great thing. Our partners over at Volunteer Odyssey, have a ton of great opportunities that they can connect you with. And so, whether it's connecting with them or your church, or just finding where there's a need, see a need, fill a need, find out where those things are. And you all have skills and gifts, even if it's just going to an elementary school and reading to the kiddos, even if it is with a mask on. Find what that means to be able to help out. I guarantee that when you give of yourself, you not only lift the spirits of other people, but it lifts your spirits as well. Number 4, making sure that we're realistic and that, you can't do everything. And, sometimes when we try to do it all, we get a little carried away, like my cartoon there. We get bigger and bigger and bigger, sometimes with the lights outside or the inflatables, and it gets a little crazy. And so, whether it's your decorations or your spread that, may or may not be Pinterest worthy, be realistic with yourself, and at the end of the day, realize what matters. Is there a little bit of speck of dirt on the floor? Well, there may be, but, are you still getting the opportunity to be with your loved ones and celebrate, what the holidays mean to you? And, a lot of times we struggle with the most minute details and lose the peace of the season. It's called the season of peace, but we don't give that to ourselves. And so don't go over the top, stepping back and realizing, okay, I can only do this, this much and this amount of time, but also in that, reach out to the folks that can help you. Chances are your family members are there and they want to be able to help you with what's going on. But if you're the type of person that you're always doing everything yourself, they may not reach out and ask, hey, what can I do to help you with that? Because you continually told them no. Number five, making sure we stick to a budget, guys. Even after the holidays are over and January rolls up, the credit card bills will still be there. So, maybe opting for, it doesn't have to be the biggest and the best and the most expensive gifts that we're getting people. The thought really does count. And so find ways that you can give of your talents. A lot of people during the pandemic have gotten into baking crazes and crocheting. So, maybe taking those skills and things that you've learned to do and, fine tuned and make that be something that you give to people as well. So, it's twofold. You're getting to use your skills, and you're also not hitting the wallet too hard. So be realistic. If you haven't already stuck to a budget, try to make sure that we're doing that because again, those credit card statements are still going to be there even when the season is over. Number six, I know this is a really hard one for a lot of people because traditionally a lot of the stuff that it tastes the best is not usually the healthiest. So, if you're trying to eat healthier, and as we all should be, we don't have to cheat and say, all right, well, I'll eat this and that and the other, and I'll worry about it come January 1 when I make that New Year's resolution. No, you can still, if you're cooking, there's a lot of variations that you can find of, okay, maybe instead of heavy whipping cream, I can use skim milk. Or maybe instead of that can of condensed chicken, I can get the, reduced fat or low sodium. Find different variations that you and your family, if you're cooking, can do, and realize that at the end of the day, everything in moderation. You can have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but don't go overboard. That's when we get ourselves really, really into trouble is when you start to overindulge and, enjoy half the pie or maybe the whole pie. Let's not even go there. There's a great new thing that I've heard about that people have a leftovers party, and after the holidays, once you've had your gathering with people, maybe you gather together with friends and family, other folks that are outside of that group, and everybody brings their leftovers, and that way we can dispose of those things in a way that we're not wasting them, but it also means like, okay, I'm not sitting here at home and let me have, one more slice of pie because I don't want it to go to waste. Um, Last thing that we have for you guys is that, we are here as your employee assistance program and we want to be a resource for you. So, it's not a bad thing for you to reach out, to get help, and to just be able to have a sounding board for whatever is going on in your world. So we are here as your mental health professionals. You, of course, have doctors and other folks as well, but it's not a bad thing. You are stronger as a person if you reach out and use all the supports that you have. And so don't hesitate to reach out, get some help from folks, because the holidays can be really great. And it can be an awesome opportunity for you to think about the things that you're thankful and grateful for, but they also can be very stressful. So, find what it means for you to be happy and what a great holiday looks like, and not go over the top, because it's really easy to see what people are doing on social media or sometimes other various channels and go over the top. Within moderation, do what you can do for your friends, family, loved ones, enjoy what it means for you to enjoy what you have going on. And it may look a little bit different. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But again, just like Santa has to come to the realization that he can't control how naughty or nice folks are. We can't control anyone else other than ourselves. So control your own expectations of yourself and what the holiday is going to look like, and reach out to your folks at Concern if we can help you. We love you. We appreciate each and every one of you and want you to live to the fullest version of yourself. And so, your perception is your reality in a lot of ways. So just like in this picture in the background, guys, I want to encourage you that, do you see a flood or do you see a really awesome sunset? Chances are in life, we've all got floods and negative things that are going on in our lives. But if you focus too much on that, you are missing out on some really great things that you have going on, because even in the worst of situations, there are good things going on. So plan for what you need to do to be able to, just be able to deal with the stressors in your life, but don't miss out on the good things because you're bogged down in the negative. So reach out. Again, you can access us by calling that number and just saying, I work at XYZ Company. I want to use this EAP thing Melissa was talking about, and we can get you scheduled for a phone and telehealth appointment. So super easy and confidential for you to be able to access the clinician and work through whatever life is throwing your way. So alrighty, guys, we appreciate your time, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to get to hang out with you. Hope you have a great holiday. Take care of yourself, and hopefully we will see you in person soon. All right, guys, bye.